Hey guys, it's BW and we're back out in the garage. In this episode we're going to put our high build primer on our slide and tilt nose. I got the front fairly ready. I mean, the body works roughed in, but we got to get ready to start blocking this, so we need to get some high build on there. This high build primer, I got it off of Amazon. The first mix I'm going to do is as a sealer so that we can seal the metal, and then the next 3 coats after that we're going to put the high build on. All right, so let's take a look at our tilt nose together and see where we're at. All right, so there it is. All right, you guys have seen it. I stripped it and I've washed this thing 3 or 4 times with acetone, so there's none of the acid still on there, that stripping citrus stuff we used. Anybody that watched that video. All right, the roughest body work was through here where I welded those plates on for the slide and tilt nose, and we got it fairly decent. All right, so we didn't mess with the eyebrows. I felt like that guy did a decent job on them, so we left them alone. Okay, we have one more low spot. I just found it, but I'll wait until after the high build and we'll take care of it. And it's right up here, right here. Okay, I have the tilt nose like propped up with some 2x4 right there, or broken 2x6 right there. I think that one fell down, but I got the engine all encapsulated in plastic. I got the cab all encapsulated in plastic, so no overspray gets in any of that. I put a little bit of plastic on the floor, not too much. If I get a little on there, no big deal. I put that on there to check our spray out. I am no expert, so take notes at your own discretion. You know, I'm very green at painting. I did do the dash last year with the DP20 and Hot Rod Black, but you know, I'm very green at this, so it's going to be what it is. I'm going to do the best I can. All right, I got everything all set up here. I got all our high build primer, our mixing cup ratio right here. For the, you can see there's different mixes on the back. For the sealer mix, it wants 4 parts primer, 1 activator, and 1 urethane grade reducer. All right, and we have the reducer here. It's the fast. It's 60 for like 60 degrees or so. I waited for today. I was going to do it yesterday, but it only got up to 61. It's currently like 63 going up to 67, so I feel like we'll do a little bit better. You guys can see I have the tilt nose slid out, so it's real tight right there, and I have to do this with the door up. So, but it's for the best, you know. And the reason I have it pulled out so I could put some sealer on all the edges. You know, we got it all sanded down everywhere. All right, so that's where that is. For the sealer mix, back to this. For the sealer mix, we're gonna do 4-1-1, and we have that ratios right here. We're gonna hit the 4-4-4. All right, and then whenever we go to do the high build, instead of hitting this third floor, instead of hitting this third floor, we'll go just to the 15%, which is just a little less of the fast urethane reducer. So, all right, I got a lot of advice from a lot of good people. Kevin L was real helpful with this. Don gave me some good advice. Everybody pitched in on Friday night live, which we do. If you're new, check out our Friday night live. We all interact in there and get some good information from each other. All right, I have the scoop just in regular can primer, but I'm going to shoot it with the high build as well to do a little bit of body work on that. I had a dent right here and a little one here. There was like a, you know, there's a little bit of rust there, but we put that converter there, so we're not going to worry about this too much. And I just spray painted the bottom. It's fine. It's the bottom. All right, so we'll get the outside of that all. We're going to treat it the same way as we treated the sliding tilt nose. After this is all in Hot Rod Black, at that point, that's when I'll cut the hole in the hood. You know, we'll put some nice tape down, do a real good job. Mike up there in Canada, my buddy, he's a car builder, and he did one of these. He gave me some good advice. He said he bolted it down, he put some panel adhesive and then a rivet in a couple places and sucked it down, and it come out nice. So that's probably the way I'm going to mount this, because once it's on there, it's not coming back off. All right, so that's where I'm at. I'm gonna get ready. I got my jumpsuit here. It says I gotta shake this well, so I'm gonna do that, and then we'll get our mixes going. Oh, you guys gave me advice. I ran down to Harbor Freight. I got this inline flow control. All right, I got what's it say, 110 line pressure, but when I press the button, I got it dialed in at 30, right at 30, 32, somewhere around there, which is probably going to be pretty good. All right, so we could play with that a little bit right there. That's where I'm at with that. So let me get this mixed up, shook up, mixed up, and I'll let you guys watch what we do. Safety first. All right, guys, I figured I'd bring you in real quick. It's going on way too dry, and I mean, in through here it doesn't look terrible, but over here when I started to get into my hood, you can see it's dry spraying. It's almost like a spackle or a popcorn sealant. So I stopped. I started knocking all the dingleberry high off. I'm gonna clean it up and we're gonna start over. All right, guys, well, I knocked the popcorn sealing off of there. I hit it with the boards and just made sure that I got all those like I say, that texture off of there. We're gonna try again. One thing cool I found out while I was doing that, like look here. See, that's a low spot right there without even using a guide coat. That's the one cool thing about using this black primer. So we'll see how that works out later on. I ran down and I got this siphon style. I read on it, it's still only a 1.8 tip, but it claims it can do high build primer just fine, and the people at the store said the same thing. So I'm going to try it. It says right there, suitable for standard and high fill primer applications. All right, and I even looked to see if they had different nozzles for it at the store, and they only had 1.8 nozzles. This is the biggest one they had. So we're going to try this and see how it goes. All right, also I'm just going to regulate it back here at my regulator, not at the compressor, but under back here on that dryer. I don't know if you can see that, and I got the gauge there. It worked well last time when I did it on the Hot Rod Black and the DP90, so I'm going to try it. What's the worst case? I got to board it back down again. No big deal. The one I got over here, it's really not a cup regulator, it's just a flow control valve. So maybe that was part of the problem. I don't know, but I know it wasn't adenizing correctly. All right, so let me get this mixed up and we'll try this. All right guys, well we finally got our third coat on. I still think I need a little bit more because of me learning the learning curve with this high build primer. I did okay. I think I'm going to switch back to my top loader gun tomorrow. In fact, I have to, because I broke the other gun, and I'll show you what I did in a second. I think the culprit, what was going on, was ionizing too fast. This isn't really a cup regulator. This is just a flow control valve. So I'm taking it back off, and I'm just going to control it at the regulator like I did before. And that's how I did with the pot gun, and it worked a lot better. So I'm going to go back to that. I broke the pickup tube, and I'll show you why. I thought I could take it apart to clean it, because I cleaned the gun the best I could, but if you look and see this right here, it came out of the gun, so I guess I didn't clean it good enough, and it came out of the pickup tube, and they didn't give me a chimney sweep to get in there and clean it. And I thought I could unscrew it, and you can see I wrung it right off. I thought I could unscrew it and try to clean it, stick paper towel and a wire through there and clean it up that way. I'll have to try to see if I can get smaller chimney sweeps in the future. I got the part book right there, so I'll look into getting another one, but it was a $70 gun. It ain't the end of the world, but I'll try to save it if I can. All right, so you guys can see I got a little run right here. I had one here that I sanded out, and you can see it's low there now, and look how high that is. So you know, I got a lot of work ahead of me. I'm going to block this thing out, and, you know, but I feel like I want to put one more coat on. I got a couple runs. I got a run there and a run there. It's like, you know, trying to find that exact speed. I'm just, and I got a big run there I just saw, but it'll block out. I'll let it get good and hard overnight, and we'll come out and we'll hit the high spots, and I believe I'd like to put one more coat on it, and then I'll block the whole thing. Look for the, we use some of that gray primer. I think Kevin said that'd be good for a guide coat. Just put a little breeze of guide coat on there. Although this black, when you're sanding it, if everything around it turns gray, and where it's low stays black. So that's kind of neat in the sense that way. All right, so that's what I got. I'm gonna go ahead in and edit and put this up. And I just wanted to put something up and show you guys. I'm just doing body work. And whenever I get to the point where I want to put the DP90 and it flash that off and put the Hot Rod Black on this front clip, it'll probably be the weekend, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how good a body work I could do and how much time I got during the week. All right, but I want to get this front clip done. We also got the second coat on the, or second and third coat on the hood scoop, and I took care of them runs a little bit, but we got some body work to do on this as well. All right, so until next time, take care, everybody.